Yes, sir. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of your favorite podcast on a Tuesday night, preferably for all the Bama fans that watch this show, all the football fans that watch the show. Ladies and gentlemen,
Yes,
welcome
sir.
to Sports Talking with JB,
B.
and also featuring, as always, my podcast partner, my brother from another, DJ Wade.
DJ
How
Way.
you feeling, brother?
Boy, everything is everything on this Tuesday night, the Christmas Eve, and I am feeling blessed. I am feeling good, and I am still high off that Alabama win.
Yes, sir. Welcome in, chat. Thank you so much. Cat Pool in the chat. Roll Tide. Merry Christmas. Yes,
Merry
sir.
Christmas, cat.
Can we get some roll ties in the chat? There go Tip. What's up, Tip?
What's up, Till? What's happening?
Can we get some? Decal, what's up, brother? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, sir, man. Thank y'all for joining, man. Hey, this is gonna be a great one. This gonna be a great one tonight. We are back. We had us a little bye week last week because I was at the Salute the Veterans Bowl. Great game between Troy and Jacksonville State last Tuesday night. So we back from 2 weeks ago. See, wait, 2 weeks ago we was on, and we back again.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir. So before we start talking some football, man, want you guys to do this right here. Please hit that like button. As always, helps keeps us in the algorithm with all the other sports talk podcast shows. Subscribe to this YouTube channel if you haven't already, which I hope most of you have, and share this to your people. That's what we ask you guys to do
People.
every week. Yes, sir. And let's do the sponsors. Hold on. Let's stay on track. Let's do the sponsors. So this whole network all year, all season, has been sponsored by Jack Ingram Mercedes-Benz. If you're in the market for a new Benz, it's the end of the year. They got some sales, got some everything must go situation going on. Get your butt to 217 Eastern Boulevard here in Montgomery and go get your Benz. Or if you're not local, visit the website at jackingrammercedes.com. Proud sponsor of the Sports Talking with JB Podcast Network. And we are also sponsored by all the games you've been watching, bowlseason.com. There's the list right there. If you on your phone and you want to know what bowl game came on today or what game comes on tomorrow, they got the whole list of all the bowl games right there. It's Coca-Cola Bowl season, ladies and gentlemen. Bowlseason.com. That's how you find out. That's how you keep up. And, of course, Seaway, as everybody know, we're going to roll with the tide, but make sure you get you a title towel. Go to whitwillsports.com.
Yes,
Me and Seaway still going to keep our promise. We're going to get some title towels for you guys, and we're going to have them out to you in January. You with me on that, ain't you, Seaway?
I'm definitely with you on that, bro. I'm definitely with you on that.
We owe some of y'all, man. We ain't forgot about y'all. You know, it's been the holiday season, but we definitely going to bless y'all coming up in the new year for sure. Now, let's get to it, though, Seaway. While we talking about it and while the chat bumping right now, what you think? Should we do it?
Yes, sir. Let's go. Let's go. And then
It's on you, brother. Matter of fact, let me go and hit it. Roll with
the time.
Yes, sir. Welcome in. Rolling with the tide. We are back and we are on live. Me and DJ Seaway. I know all my Bama fans been out here asking how we feeling right now. You know, how we feeling after that big game. And we about to tell y'all how we feeling. And we also going to tell y'all what's coming up in the near future. But first thing first, man, Give us a roll tide in the chat. I see y'all in here. I don't want to miss y'all. We got a Go Hoosier in the chat. Everybody's welcome. We got a WDE in the chat. So I need some more roll tides, man. I need some roll tide. Thank you. Roll tide. Appreciate you. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Appreciate it. Merry Christmas.
Yes. Happy holidays, y'all. So this is gonna be a great show, man. So give me some roll tides in the chat, by the way. And let's talk about this game, C-Way. So final score is 34-24, big Alabama, and the tide is still rolling. We are Rose Bowl bound. We're going to the Rose Bowl on New Year's to face the Indiana Hoosiers, who are undefeated, #1 team in the country. But C-Way, this game did not go as smooth as it should have.
Right.
Right. So you see right there with 7 minutes left in the second quarter, it's 17-0 Oklahoma. And you see what the final score ended up. We scored 27 unanswered points. And it became very interesting. So see where I'm gonna start with you, brother. We were texting. So let's go ahead and disclose this. We were texting during the game, and I will admit, I text you and I said it's over.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Right.
So around the 17-0 mark. Yeah.
And I said that we should have stayed in Tuscaloosa.
You did.
For this. I said we should have stayed in Tuscaloosa for that type of performance.
Absolutely. So with all that being said, bro, I'm gonna let you go ahead and get it. So tell me how you felt at that point, and tell me how you felt after Alabama took control.
I was very pleased and satisfied with the resilience of these young men on that field. And I was very relieved, man, that we actually started putting something on them. I did not want them to score that last touchdown, period. I was like, man, it's not looking good. I was like, man, we should have not been in the playoff. I was going all type of mad. But when we scored, I was like, man, I was very impressed. And the thing that I liked it with DeBoer, he did a better job adjusting to being down than he normally does. I only had one complaint after the game.
What was it?
Jam need to stay on the sideline, and we need to run here. I'm no disrespect to Jam, but my only problem is we gave up on the run game too soon. But overall, man, I was very proud of how they came through, and I got a new name for Brown. Brown name is Showtime Brown. Man, could this man step up on big time plays? That's Showtime type of football. And every interception he gets, it changes the momentum, and he gets it at the right time in a key moment of the game. Against Tennessee, that pick six on the goal line, that killed their spirit. And then that pick six to tie the game up, it killed their spirit. And that's the type of performance. That is a Showtime type of performance. That's how you get your NIL money. But overall, I think they did a good job adjusting to McTeer. I think they did a good job adjusting. My only problem was the receivers still found too much space in the secondary, but overall the D line stepped it up. And my only complaint is that run game and the offensive line. Other than that, man, Ty did his thing, and no complaints here. I got one other complaint. I'll say it later, but other than that, I'm Gucci.
You sure got a lot of complaints to be excited about a win, but I like it. See, well, I'm glad.
Yeah.
But you know what? I actually agree with you, especially about Jam Miller, right? You know,
Right.
You can say he tried. Okay, he tried, right? Yeah. But when you got Daniel Hill running that ball with some force and some aggressiveness, you know, you got to go with it, bro. You got to go with it. All of that, I mean, running the ball is good. We have to at least run enough to keep them honest. Just to show them that we're gonna, we're gonna attempt to run, even though it may take Ty a Herculean performance from Ty. And if you look at the numbers, bro, we didn't do so bad. I mean, Ty Simpson was 18 for 29, 2 touchdowns, 232 yards passing. Daniel Hill only had 9 carries, but he had 43 yards, scored that big touchdown down in the red zone. And I mean, Lacier Brooks, bro. Let's talk about Lacier Brooks. We're gonna double back. But we can call him Showtime. I'm gonna call him Latsy because he gets a lot of that, baby. He gets a lot of that. Listen, 5 catches, 79 yards, two big touchdowns. And I hate to say this, bro, and no disrespect to Ryan Williams, but this man, he's doing the job that Ryan Williams cannot do right now.
Yeah,
he's
and
doing
that's my
the
other
job
complaint.
that Ryan Williams cannot do right now.
Yes, and I'm glad you brought that up because that was my other complaint. Those drops.
Yes,
Hollywood. He's acting like the Hollywood from what David Allen Greer played in Mannequin. That's the Hollywood he's acting like. Because I need him to make some big plays. You get paid the big money. They invested in you. You're on the cover of on the cover of NCAA. You're getting the good NIL deals, eating chicken. Hey, I don't need you to eat no chicken. I need you to eat that football. I need you to eat that end zone. I need you to eat that gridiron. That's what we need you to eat. But Brooks, man, I gotta put on that, man. That was a game-changing performance he made. Once again, we were struggling offensively. He made the big plays, he made the big catches, and he is playing good ball. The thing that he's doing that Ryan Williams is not doing, not only is he catching the ball, he's also running better routes and getting open better than Ryan Williams.
Yep. Exactly. I like this comment. Defense, the D line was the MVP. Boys showed up. They absolutely did. Got to give credit to the D line. They got pressure, and they kind of forced Mateer to make some of those mistakes, and and we got home. I mean, we remember seeing this team last year when we was getting in the backfield, but we wasn't getting home. We wasn't getting sacks. Now we're getting sacks. So that's another big thing right there. So that's a good comment right there by Chris. Let's look at the overall stats real quick.
And the D line, speaking of the D line, they was also getting in the backfield that we didn't even have to blitz it. The linebacker could read and react, stay at home and cover. They didn't have to blitz the linebacker because the D line was getting in the backfield. So that was a great point.
That's what you want. That's exactly what you want. I mean, and our secondary, you mentioned too, Seaway. The receivers they had a lot of room. I was glad we was in that zone and they was eating the zone up in that first half and it gave us issues. We had guys wide open in the middle of the field. We had guys playing a little bit too close up and guys getting behind them. So it's some things, and I like that Womack, he does adjust. He does adjust because we saw that differently in the second half. You didn't get that many. It looked like it was a busted coverage, but all it was somebody was too far up and somebody else didn't have help on the back end that thought they had help. So we gotta make adjustments when things are going wrong. And I believe we did that. Now, looking at this right here, bro. If you're looking at like third down efficiency and you see Bama went 2 for 12, that's not good. They were 7 for 18, more first downs than we did, more yards than we had overall, more passing yards. We only had 28 rushing yards. That's because Ty Simpson lost a lot of yards with sacks and whatnot. So I'm going to go ahead and put this out there. Yes, we had 1 turnover. You can say 2 because you know that the punt, the block punt, that's a turn. You can count that as a turnover. They didn't count it on the stat sheet, but you can count that as a turnover. So I'm gonna say 2 turnovers because that was a game changer, which we only scored 3 points, but we still scored off of the turnover in the pick 6. So looking at the score, we won by 10. We scored 10 points off turnovers.
Yep.
And we played a clean game. We didn't turn the ball over ourselves. So that was key. And I said that when we previewed the show a couple weeks ago. I said, if Alabama does not turn the ball over and we get a couple turnovers, We can absolutely win this game, and that's exactly what we did, Seaway. So we was right
Oh
on the
yeah.
money.
Oh yeah, definitely. And anytime you win a turnover battle and can score points off the turnover battle, you are setting your team up for success.
Right. I mean, we didn't play a perfect game, not by any means.
Right.
We like you said, see what we were resilient. We fought back. We didn't give up. Even when me and a lot of us, the fans, gave up. I was
Yeah.
ready to go to sleep. I ain't gonna
Me
lie,
too.
bro. I was ready to go to sleep. But like you say, bro, things happen. All it takes
Yeah.
a fourth down on the goal line. You go ahead for the touchdown and you score, right? That kind of gives them guys confidence. Okay, we're only down 10. We still got a lot of time left. Then the little muff punt, we get that. So we put more points on the board. Then you get a pick six. So now you're going into the locker room after scoring 17 straight points from the midway through the second quarter on, and it's a tie ball game. And you get the
Yeah.
ball back coming out the locker room. So we had abundance of confidence coming back. That's
Mm.
why we won the game.
Right.
Yep. Exactly. Play of the game was that first touchdown, bro. Yeah.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. And we got a tackle better too. Oh yeah. Yes, Lord.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yes.
And I liked it what D Cal said.
Mm-hmm. About the running game.
Yes.
Yes, for sure. For sure, man.
And
Yeah.
you look at it when Hill got that 30-yard run,
Mm-hmm.
that set up top of that play action and that deep throw for Brooks. And so the deep ball and the play action would not work if we don't run the ball consistently. And I think Hill is the guy, that's the key, is to run the ball consistently. Feed Hill. And and I don't know if it with Jam Miller, man, I'm not going down the man too bad. I don't know if it's still injuries, his confidence, or he's just not getting it done like we need him to in that run game right now. Hill needs to be the go-to, and you bring Jam in when he needs to breathe.
And Jam, I would give him credit. Now, run blocking. I mean,
He
pass
does
protection with the running back.
pass.
So
Yeah.
that is also a key. And we talked about this at the beginning of the season when we thought we was gonna have a slew of running backs. We thought Richard Young was gonna be that dude. We thought we was gonna have 4 or 5 head running back room. But I also was like, okay, who's gonna pick up the blitz better? Because you need a
Yeah.
running back. He can run, he can catch out the backfield, and he can pick up the blitz. So whoever can do all three of those things the best is going to get majority of the workload. But you do
Right.
have some guys who can, like a scat back. See, Wade, we know this for years. A guy who can catch the ball out of the backfield. Third down back is what they call him. Big power back like old Daniel Hill. You put him on the goal line, old power back. But you need somebody for the way Ty Simpson has been playing. He gets rattled when you put pressure, when he has to run. And we saw that in the game against Oklahoma too. He didn't throw an interception, but he was running for his life too.
He
So
was.
you see that a lot later in the season. You've seen that teams have keyed in on us because they was like, oh hell, just send extra people more than they can block. Because guess what? The running backs can't pick up blitzes, and when you put pressure on Ty, he's gonna panic. So it's putting more pressure on Ty to play mistake free, even when they're sending extra blitzers. So
Right.
I don't want to fault Ty as much as most people have been faulting Ty, because man, he's been rattled. He's been hit a lot. He's been playing off balance a lot, and that ties into the rough starts that Alabama has.
Yes. And he's been having the ball in his hand a little too much
A
because of
little bit
the
too much.
running game. And once the running game, and if you when you see when the running game is a little affected, is a little effective, he does not be as rattled because he's not taking all the hits. He's not having to try to make a play out of nowhere. He's not, and we had to pick up the blitz a little better. And the O line, I think, just needs to step it up a little bit so he won't have to rush his throws as much. But I did like what Ty did a little bit against Oklahoma, where he been doing better. He did better than he been doing all season. He took off a little faster. he went on and used his legs a little bit more. And I think that he's gonna have to do that a little bit more so they can respect him in the running game because he can run if he needs to.
If he needs to. Yep. You're absolutely right. And what you think about this catch? Oh my goodness.
But
Put that on the
that
poster.
was
They need to go ahead and put that. Go on. We need that on a poster or something on a billboard.
Yeah, that's gonna be my new. That's gonna end up being my right now. I'm thinking about that's gonna be my Twitter picture right now.
Yeah. That look like a nice screensaver, huh?
Here the
I like it, bro. I like it, man. That was a hell of a catch, man. I mean, that's just the end of the catch. He caught it on the dude back. He caught it on his back. So, I mean, Jeremy Bernard, man, no, like he's been down a little bit this year. He started off hot and then he kind of got cold. But this man is old reliable, right? When you need a big play, Seaway, and we talked about this throughout the year. Jeremy Bernard is that guy. When you need a big play, just throw it to 5, bro. Or get the
yeah.
ball to 5. Hand it to him. Just make sure he gets the ball.
Yes, and I like to how we use Horton a little bit more in the offense Friday. He stepped it up and made some big catches as well.
He did.
And
He
so,
sure did.
and s- and the only person we lacking, man, I think that Ryan will get it together. I just
Yeah.
think it's more he will get it together. And I know it, and as an athlete, I know it's killing him more than it's killing us that he is down right now. So I'm gonna get as being a former athlete, I'm gonna give him a little grace. I do think it's more mental right now than it is his game per se because when he does get the ball and catches it, he does do good damage. He does do damage to the defense. But I think what he has to do is look in the mirror and say, "Hey, I got this." Hey, I'm put like this. I'm not gonna lose hope or faith in him because the guy is a stud. He's an athlete. He's a beast when he
Mm-hmm.
has the ball and when he's playing his A game. I think he just has to stop putting pressure on himself, stop down himself, and he's gonna have to look in the mirror and believe in he want to believe, dig deep on the inside of him and believe in himself and know that he can make those plays. And I know he can.
Like Josh in the comment right here, man. I mean, feel like a sophomore slump, but he's looking ahead to see what he's going to do before he actually catches the ball. That's absolutely
That's it.
right. And
You're
you know
right.
what, bro? We
You're right.
always say we've been saying he catching with his body and things of that nature, but we also saw in the Georgia game, right, when he had a catch right here, all he had to do was bring it in, and he didn't bring it in. So
Mm,
I think Ryan's gonna be all right, man. He just need to get his head right in the off season, bro. Get on them jug machines, and you might need to get
mm,
on them jug machines with some people. Like you need to do something in catching the ball in traffic. You need to just catch the ball, not trying to figure out what you're gonna do next. Just catch the damn ball.
mm-hmm.
That's the first
And
part of it. Just catch it. You know,
because
inbound.
everything else is gonna come natural. Once
Yeah,
he get it, once he actually get it, it's gonna come natural.
yeah. And you know what? I'm gonna say this too. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if he have a big game against Indiana, man, because I can guarantee you, Indiana. I mean, yeah, they seen Jeremiah Smith, yeah, but I mean, look, Jeremiah Smith and Ryan Williams are two different type of players, right? Two
Mm-hmm.
different type of players. And I would say, man, we're gonna preview the game next week, but we're gonna have to get that ball to Ryan early and often. No, we get the ball to him early, it's gonna wake him up. It's gonna get him confident, and later on he'll catch a big one for us. So I'm still
You
on
know,
the Ryan Williams train as well.
me too. You me tell you, if I'm the boy, if I'm the coach, I'm not telling them how to do their job because they're getting paid way more than I do. What you do,
Mm-hmm.
get them little quick little screens, get them on those little quick pitches, and allow him to make plays early in the game to get his confidence up, to get his swag back, and then hit him deep. And I think that he'll be all right. But you have to find some type of way to get him involved early, like you said.
Mm-hmm. One on one. Get him on one
Yes.
on one, man. Yes. For sure, for sure. Um, so before we move on, I want I want to put it this so pretty. Hey, this so pretty. So
That is pretty.
0-5 in the college football playoff are the Oklahoma Sooners right there. And somebody in the comments said Brett Venables looked like a dehydrated Kalen DeBoer. I think Cat said that. Yeah. I mean, he tried to wear that black. He tried to dress like the boy, because the boy been wearing his black hood all season. He gonna come out there with the black hood and the hat. Man, get out of here, bro. With the Jordan logo. This ain't basketball, this football.
Hey, tight buddy, right. She right.
Yeah, he gonna come out with the Jordan logo. Hey, that Jordan deal didn't help y'all on what was last Friday.
Nope.
But hey, you see it right there, boy. That's not good. That's not good, Oklahoma. Every time y'all get to the playoffs, y'all get stomped. Every time. And speaking of playoffs, let's go ahead and put the graphic in case y'all hadn't seen it. This is where we at now. We at the quarterfinals, right? So we got 4 pretty good games. But I would say all 4 of these games are going to be good, C-Way. When you agree?
I definitely agree that all 4 are going to be good.
Yes, for sure. And like I say, we're going to preview the games in depth next week, but we're going to give you some quick thoughts on them. Before we give you some quick thoughts on the games, we already talked about Alabama, Oklahoma, right? We already talked about that. What you think about this right here?
Man,
what you think about the U?
Hey, we said that the U was going to win. That was a good defensive battle, and it was a fight, to the end. And I enjoyed that game. And most important, I enjoyed watching Michael Irvin act a fool on the sideline.
Oh, he act a donkey on the sideline, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Hey, listen. I would suggest anybody to go to Michael Irvin's YouTube channel, right? I sent it to you, C-Way. I posted it on my Twitter. Michael Irvin got like a 12-minute long video of him on the sideline doing that game. Man, that was one of the best videos I've seen all year. Just go watch it.
Yeah.
I say you're gonna laugh. Just be prepared.
You gonna definitely laugh.
Yes, indeed. But for sure, man, I agree. C-Way, we was talking Pipes game like midway through the third quarter, and then we finally got some field goal. But Miami, I'm gonna tell you this: Miami missed 3 field goals, bro. They missed 3 field goals. They didn't capitalize on some things that A&M gave them, but they finally cashed in late in the ball game. Miami cannot be leaving points on the board if they're going to beat Ohio State. I'm going to say that right here, right now.
And that's true. And the last thing I got to say about this game, Cristobal finally got over the hump.
He finally got over Michael Irvin humping the ground. Michael Irvin just what? Hey, he's the spiritual leader of Miami.
Yeah,
he's a spiritual leader. 10 is a dog, man. Malachi Tony.
Yeah, Malachi Tony is, and he's only 7, and he just turned 18.
Yep, he's their Ryan Williams because he's a freshman that reclassified.
Yep.
A&M does get led every time, and I told y'all A&M was fool's gold. They had one of the easiest schedules in the SEC. They didn't have to play Bama. They didn't have to play Georgia. They didn't have to play Ole Miss. They skipped through a bunch of the good teams, and then they got to Texas and lost. So that's what you get. Miami, give them credit. Yeah, they lost a couple ACC games to inferior competition. They should have won those games, but they lost. Yes, they got in the playoffs because they beat Notre Dame in a discussion. And they showed, just like Alabama showed everybody this past weekend, that we belonged in the playoffs.
And they did that. And they did the thing.
Yep, they did. So I don't want to hear nobody talking about, oh man, Notre Dame got left out. Alabama shouldn't have been in. Miami should have been in. Shut the noise. Get off the boo-boo, as Pimp C would say.
Yep.
And now, this right here, bro. And I saw that now, Cat, I'm with you, Cat. Let me pull a Cat comment up for these next 2 games. Keep the little G5 schools out, bro. Nick Saban said it right. This proves that Nick Saban was right in the comments he said prior to the games. He said, no disrespect, but Tulane, James Madison, those teams are not, they shouldn't be in. they should not be in. And you see it right here. Bro, Ole Miss had beat Tulane 45-10 in the regular season. We already saw
Exactly.
that.
Yes, and they pretty much did the exact same thing with a different
Yes.
head coach. And the G5 schools, they need to do their own ranking system and let them have their own national championship and then let them have their own playoff.
Yes.
You know,
Yes, bro.
let them have their own little playoff and their own national championship. Now they play them teams, they can play a team like that in the if they get beat down in the regular season through the Power Five schools, what do you think they're gonna do in a playoff when it's a championship at hand? It's gonna be the exact same thing. USF might be the only team that probably could have competed with any of these teams over the weekend. But
Yeah.
even then, you do not want these teams. This is why you don't want these teams in there. This clearly show that they was not no top 12 team. And if any
Absolutely
Notre
not.
Dame, and if a Notre Dame want to be mad at anybody, be mad at Tulane thing, be mad at Tulane thing, and James Madison.
Yes, yes, and be mad at the system, bro. Right? I mean,
Yeah.
getting mad at teams and their fans, it does nothing. It's not going to change anything. We can't
Mm-mm,
control what's going on. It's the system. The system
mm,
has it set up where, like I said previous multiple times, the four highest ranked conference champions, and then the highest ranked group of five. So
right.
that's what you got. I mean, uh, James Madison is the highest ranked group of five, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, or they the higher
Yep.
rated conference champion. Because I know
Right.
one of these teams, I think James Madison, because they played in the Sun Belt, so because they
They
beat
did
Troy.
paint something.
They beat Troy, but at the same time, bro, yeah, they scored 31 points, but the score was it was over at halftime. It was 34-6 at halftime. This was not a game. Oregon actually took some players out, and
Hmm.
James Madison scored like 3 touchdowns late. So I mean, it looked good, but it wasn't that good. I promise
It was not. It was a beat down from the get go.
you. It was
At the
still
gate.
BTA.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It was still
Yeah.
BTA. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Monica, yeah, I remember we remember how Georgia beat down TCU and they was eating chicken wings on the sideline. But TCU did beat Michigan to
Hmm.
get there. So I would give them a little credit for that. You know, they
And they was
did
in the
beat
big and they was and they won the Big 12. So I mean, I
they
think
did.
they was in the Big 12. I don't think they won it that year
They
because
did.
Baylor beat them.
Yeah. So at the same time, like we say, man, and like Cat say, like Nick Saban say, man, keep them G5s out of this playoff. Let them get their own. You know, I mean, it brings money to the programs. Yes, it does. But at the same time, bro, we saw two games where it was no doubt of who was gonna win the game.
Exactly.
It was
And
no
and the,
doubt.
and it's money games, but it's money games during the regular season. And it's for the regular season. The
Yeah.
playoff is not a place for no money games in that type of caliber when it comes to the G5 schools. They need to have their own conference, I mean their own championship, their own playoff,
Yep.
and be done with it. You know, and better
Yeah.
yet, what they ought to do, the G5, whoever win the G5 conferences, let those schools in their playoff play for their championship and be done with it. Keep them out of the keep them out of the Power Five playoff. But in that case, man, you could have put Duke, man. I guarantee you, Duke would have, who was an ACC championship, would have put up a better fight than James Madison and Tulane
Yeah.
against
Yeah.
either team.
And Cat, the play in. I know a lot of people might like the play in. I'm not a fan of the play in games because that's an extra game. This ain't basketball. It's football. This is gladiator sport, contact sport. They already playing enough games. So if you playing a
Mm,
play in game just to get in the playoffs, but my goodness, that's a lot of football. You playing, yes, you playing a playing game to get in the playoffs and get dog walked by the big boys. Exactly.
That's it. And that's it. They do that for basketball when it comes to the SWAC championship. You know how Alabama say A&M or Southern, they'll win the SWAC and
And
they'll
play
have
the
to go
number
play
one
a
seed.
playoff and got to go play the number one seed just to get blowed out. That's a different type of scenario.
Yep.
And lead the G5, let them have their own conference championship. I mean their own G5 championship and be done with it. And that's a national championship in there on their level.
I tell you what, Nick Saban, just go ahead and be the commissioner, bro. I mean, you got enough. You already got all these different jobs. You buying all the dealerships up. You're sitting back on your big yacht up in Jupiter, Florida. You eat chicken. You eating food on college game day with McAfee cussing, bro. Go ahead. You can just run this. Just run this. I
Yes.
mean, it's easy. Nick Saban, everything Nick Saban has said, has suggested, it looks like it's gonna come to fruition one day. Why not make Nick Saban the chairman of the board?
Yep.
I mean, I
Agree.
know he's gonna pick Alabama every time when they ask him who gonna win, but and
It,
besides all that, bro, he
it
gonna
it
tell it like
is
it
what it
is.
it is what it is. He gonna speak fat.
Yeah, and then yeah, exactly, Cat. Next year they said Notre Dame gonna get in regardless as long as they ranked in the top 12. Come on, see what I'm saying, bro?
See, see,
A Notre Dame
come on.
rule. They got the call it the
Notre
Notre Dame rule, the crybaby
See,
rule.
that's all it is. And I want to, but I'm not gonna get started on Notre Dame tonight.
No, we're not gonna get started. They irrelevant at this point. So this is what we got coming up, man. We got 4 big games coming up. And like I say, we're gonna really talk about these games in depth next week. But you see the times right there. You see the first game, New Year's Eve, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time on ESPN. You got Miami at Miami and Ohio State will be playing in the Cotton Bowl. That game is that in Jared World Seaway?
Think so, yep.
Because Michael Irvin said they're gonna be in Dallas.
Yeah, it's in Jerry's world.
Oh Lord, more boy. That's gonna be something to see.
Oh, there's a
That's gonna be something to see. Then we got the noon Eastern kickoff of Oregon and Texas Tech in the Orange Bowl. That's gonna be a good one right there. I got my thoughts on that. That's gonna be a good one. Then
oh
you got
yeah.
you got Bama in the Rose Bowl going over to Pasadena to play Indiana. First time ever Alabama and Indiana in football. First time ever, and it's going in the Rose Bowl, and that's at
The
4 p.m.
granddaddy of all. The
Yep,
granddaddy of them all.
4 p.m., 3 p.m. if you're on Bama time. And then the nightcap, you got Ole Miss and Georgia, a rematch. They playing in the Sugar Bowl, and you got that at 8 p.m. Eastern. So all the games on ESPN, you got the game on the night before New Year's, and then you got 3 games in a row. So it's all these games are gonna be good. I think.
I agree. I think all of them gonna be some good competitive games.
I don't think no game will be a BTA. I don't think no game will be a BTA. We got a question right here, bro. We get past Indy. Who would you rather play next? Well, let's pull it
Can
up.
them we'll play the winner of Oregon and Texas Tech.
He said, "Who would you rather play, Oregon or Texas Tech?"
Can them about it?
Thank you. Yeah, care that about it. We'll care
I
about it.
ample Hey, we can about it at this point. Hey, we play you play who you line up in front of you. And it don't make me any different.
Yeah,
Because
me either.
because at this
I like that
because
score
at
too,
this
bro.
yeah, I got I got us winning 34-17.
Man, say that, man. Y'all want to do the, but we gonna come back to it next week. What's up, Crimson?
We'll
Watch
do
it
it.
late.
Because I might change my mind next week, so we'll wait till next week for the score position. At this
Yeah,
point,
yeah.
man, but I, but I do think that Oregon is going to prevail.
Okay. All right. Okay, so we'll get our early thoughts, and then we're gonna move on. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and do that. Let's get our early thoughts. Early thoughts on the game, Seaway. I know we all gonna pick Alabama. Everybody gonna pick Bama, but let's just say, give me your early thoughts on this game, real quick thoughts.
I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a play pretty tight. 'Cause both teams gonna probably be trying to feel each other out the first half, but I do think in the second half we would pull it out. And the key is going to be to get into Mendoza's head early in the game. I think we keep him out of sync, keep him out of rhythm. I think that we have a great chance to win that game.
Hmm. I'm with you. I'm with you. I like what y'all got to say too in the chat. Y'all come on with it. Yeah. So Indiana does have a great coach. I will give him credit. Also, Kalen the boy used to coach at Indiana, so he got ties over there, right? So it's gonna be good. They play clean, absolutely right. They did beat Ohio State, so I'm gonna give them that. They did beat Oregon, so I'm gonna give them that. So we gotta do what we have to do. We gotta play clean, firstly. So we play clean, right? We don't, let's say this. I like Mendoza, but I'm riding with Ty.
Ryan with
I'm
Ty too.
riding with Ty. If you give me a quarterback and you say let's go get it, I'm with Ty.
I'm
All they
with
gotta
Ty.
do, all they gotta do is play mini man.
Yep. Hey,
Play mini
and the
man by
key
50 Cent.
and the number one key for us going to be, we're going to have to be a lot more physical than them because at first, because I can't lie, because the first quarter, then in the first half of that second quarter, man, we was getting bullied. We was getting pushed down. Our linemen was getting slammed on the ground. Thrown, pushed to the ground with one hand. We can't let that. We cannot let that. We cannot get started that late. I'm just being honest. We cannot afford a late start like we did
Yeah.
last go around. Even though it was in a hostile environment, we gonna have to set the pace. We gonna have to be more physical. We gonna have to get in there behind. Hey, and we gonna have to put pressure on Mendoza, and we gonna have to turn the ball over,
Yes.
create turnovers.
Yes.
And we're gonna have to be more disciplined. And I will say Indiana is a more disciplined team. We're gonna have to play. Hey, we're gonna have to be physical. We might as well get ready for, as Coach Holliday used to say, we're gonna have to get ready for a slobber knocker.
Yeah, yeah, and yeah, Crimson Watch. I like this too. I mean, this is a great analogy. This is great right here of this game. They are more disciplined, but we are more talented. So we're gonna see which one prevails, right? We're gonna see which
Right.
one prevails. And we are battle tested as well. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we are. So this is gonna be something to see, man. I'm not gonna give up on Alabama. Like if we
Mm-mm.
go down 10, 14, I'm not giving up on us, bro. They're gonna have to beat us. They're gonna have to
They
beat
gonna have
us.
to.
They're gonna have to. I mean, yeah, we can beat ourselves, but I feel like this kind of game where we know is win or go home, you're gonna have to make us quit.
You're gonna
You're
have
gonna
to.
have to make us quit. Yeah. So we're gonna get down and we're gonna, dive deeper into that game next week. So what y'all thinking about this? See what you think about this right here? Ole Miss rematch Georgia, Ole Miss. No Lane Kiffin this time.
Mm.
I'm gonna say this, bro. Let me start it off.
Go ahead.
Uh Gunnar Stockton is a baller. Gunnar Stockton can play some ball, bro. And just
He
looking at the
can.
quarterback matchup, um, Chambliss, he's been playing very well this year. He played very well. He hasn't been in this moment. Gunnar Stockton, he was in the moment last year. If you guys remember, when Beck got knocked out the game, Gunnar Stockton came in, won the game, beat Texas, right? Did what he had to do. But oh man, Ole Miss, do they want to do this to spite Lane Kiffin? Yeah, we gonna win without Lane. We gonna do something you couldn't do when you was coaching the team. I Man, I don't know if I trust I don't know. I don't know. We're gonna come back to it, but I would say if Ole Miss is gonna win, if they're gonna win, they can't turn the ball over. And well, you gonna have to take it to Georgia. You gotta take it to Georgia.
Hey,
You have to. You definitely have to do it. See, wait, how you feel?
I agree with everything you just said, and I'm not gonna pour. I'm not gonna continue to add more to that. But the key is they're gonna have to go in there and set the pace. They're gonna have to jump on George, and they're gonna have to do it early. I'm
Yeah,
gonna be honest, and Stockton is a ball player, and once important, Lane. I mean, not Lane. but Kirby has been there. He is battle tested. He is well coached, and it's gonna be interesting to see what Ole Miss has up their sleeve because they do have something to prove. I like what somebody said. They have something to prove. Man, I'm not ready to give my prediction on this just yet.
We'll hold off. Yeah, we're gonna
But
hold off.
I'm gonna hold on. But I will say the only reason why I will say I want Ole Miss to win is just so they can say that they won without Lane.
Me too. Yeah, 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 for
and,
sure.
and yep, and most importantly, to shut them Georgia fans out that been bothering Crimson because I'm about sick of them.
Roll Tide, Melvin. What's up with you, brother?
Roll
Thanks for
Tide,
joining.
roll Tide, bro. But
Thanks
yeah,
for
so
joining.
I'm gonna wait till next week for that one.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's gonna be interesting now. It's gonna be interesting because
But
hey, we said jump on them, but Ole Miss did jump on them in the regular season, and Georgia came back, scored
came back.
17 unanswered points, and won the game. So
Yeah, and I do think that overall, from what I seen when I did watch the first game, I think that Ole Miss has the better talent overall on offense.
okay,
Offensively, they have better talent. This is what their defense can do.
okay. This Orange Bowl is very intriguing right here, bro. It's very intriguing. This two, they're kind of similar, but not so similar. Oregon, you're looking at an offensive led team. We know what Oregon can do. Dan Lanning's a great coach, but Texas Tech, one of the teams who flew under the radar all year, but they've been good all year, playing in the Big 12, won the conference by a landslide. Um, like we say, the Big 12 is the weaker conference, but you can actually say the ACC probably was the weaker conference because they don't even have a conference champion in here. So I would say that Big 12, this team right here, Texas Tech, the Red Raiders, when you think about them, you think of the air raid offense. Every time you think about Texas Tech, think about the air raid. You think about Patrick Mahomes when they used to score 60 and 70 points, some years ago when Mahomes was there.
Hmm.
And, I can't think of the other quarterback he was raw, but I can't think of his name.
Okay, I can't think either
You know
at
who
this
I'm
moment,
talking
but
about,
yeah.
don't you?
Oh, you
That boy
talking
was
about
cool.
they
Man,
will
listen.
go.
Yes. But now when I think about Texas Tech, I've watched a couple of those games. I watched them beat the brakes off BYU. This is a defensive team, defensive mind. The best front four in the country is at Texas Tech
Hmm.
right now. This team was built in the transfer portal. They got athletes from the SEC. They got athletes from the Big Ten. They brought them all over there, and this front four is gonna give, I believe, is gonna give Dante Moore some problems. I just want to know if Oregon's defense is gonna make enough plays or make enough stops because Texas Tech quarterback has been iffy. He's been up and down. And they also have one of the best linebackers in Rodriguez in the country. So this is another game right here that it's gonna come down. It's gonna be a barn burner. See what you think about this game.
Man, everything you said, bro. Everything you said, and I think what's interesting is Moore was one of the, at one time, was was one of, who they probably projected that probably was going to win Heisman. And I
Yeah.
think Moore is he's been a quarterback that's been under the radar as well. He was
Mm-hmm.
on the radar, but then once again, when after they lost to Indiana, he kind of like went quiet, but he's been having a great season. And man, it's gonna be interesting. And once again, I'm gonna do a little bit more soul searching, more you know, uh looking at the stats and everything, and then I'll make my prediction on this game next week, along with the Georgia and the
Oh yeah.
Ole Miss. I don't have a pick right now, but it's gonna be it's gonna be that's gonna be an interest. But I will say defense win championships.
That's
Offense sell tickets. And
yep.
I can say it's gonna be interesting to see Texas Tech coach the first time in the playoff. But we do know what Dan Lanning gonna do in the playoff. Dan Lanning, he has to get off the over the hump as well because he done made the playoff last year and ain't done nothing with it. So what you gonna do this year?
Mm-hmm. Yep, that good point. Good point about the coaches. Good point about the
Yeah.
coaches. Yeah. So, and as we're giving our early thoughts, we're going to give y'all our predictions and all that next week. You know what I'm saying? I already got my guy Money Town saying Alabama, Texas taking Atlanta. That'll be good too. You know, hey, you know, we gonna get to it though. We do have some good football coming up, man. Make sure y'all hitting that like button while y'all watching us tonight, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Now, this game right here, we already know about this Cotton Bowl. We, gonna briefly talk about this, and I'm just gonna say this right here. Looking at these quarterbacks, I'm just gonna stick it right here. We gonna dive deeper, but I'm gonna put this out there. I'm gonna pass it to you. Julian Sand has had the better season, but Carson Beck is the better quarterback. I'm gonna pass it to you, Seaway. What you thinking? Did we lose Seaway? I think Seaway froze up on me. Yep, Seaway froze up on me. I think he was surprised by that. Chad, how you feeling, Chad? Carson Beck is the better quarterback in this game. Julian Sand has the better year. But if I had to put my money on somebody, and I know Carson Beck, he's been iffy. He's been up and down. He's lost some games for Miami. I remember the 4 interception game he had on that Friday night. He lost that game. But Carson Beck has been there and done that. Carson Beck has been to the playoffs multiple years. Julian Sands' first year playing ball. First year playing as a starter. He's got the better team. I'll give him the better team. But if you had to say, put it on your shoulders, let's go. I'll take Carson Beck in that foxhole over Julian Sands. Yes. More experience, but in this situation, I like Carson Beck in this situation over Julian Sand. See why you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay, you good. How you feel about what I said, bro? I said Julian Sand had the better season, but Carson Beck is the better quarterback.
I agree. And here's my reason why I agree with you. The the time that we seen Julius saying, with pressure, playing a top tier defense, he has been piped both games. That was against Texas. He was piped. And we gave him some lead room because that was the first game of the season. But I can say against Indiana, he had a pipes game against more of a physical defense. And I got Beck as a better, he's not the better quarterback, but Beck is what you see is what you get. It depends which Beck comes up.
That's
It
true.
won't one week Beck will throw 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. The next week he'll throw 1 touchdown and 5 interceptions. You just don't know what Beck you're going to get. You don't know if you're gonna get the Beck that looks like he got done snout some powder or something. You don't think, but overall, Miami could actually upset Ohio State.
And it will be an upset because I think the early numbers on this, I think Ohio State's a big favorite, as they should be.
And they should be. And you know my motto: the champ is still the champs until you beat them. But I think it's gonna be interesting. Cristobal has finally got who's had some good seasons the
Yeah,
last few years. He have
yeah,
had some great seasons, and he had a bad coach. They had a bad game, and they lost a few. They lost a few games that kind of cost them the ACC championship. That cost them the playoff last year because they had a spectacular team last year. And Cristobal has finally won the big game last week. Last week by beating Texas A&M. The monkey, the frustration is off his back. It's now I want to see how he can come back after a big win and keep the team level headed, keep the team focused. Well, that's gonna be a interesting game, and that's another one. I'll give my pick on who I think gonna win next week, but think Miami for the. I'm gonna go ahead and say that I think Miami for the upset.
bro. I'm looking at the brackets. I want to see Alabama and Miami in the national championship.
But
Boy,
that's
I
why
want to see that.
I want to see that just for Mark
Ooh,
Irvin.
ooh, my goodness. And hey, Georgia, I know we looking ahead and we don't supposed to do that, but damn it, this is my show. See, wait, this is our show. We looking ahead. So, Bama fans, let's look ahead, Bama fans, before we move forward. Let's look ahead. Who would you rather play in the national championship out of the 4 teams below in the bottom bracket? Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Who would you rather play in the national championship? Because I'm confident, ain't no if. When we beat Indiana, we going to beat whoever else in that other side of that semifinals, and we going to that national championship.
And we're
Now,
gonna beat whoever, and I'm gonna say it now. When we make it, we're gonna beat whoever we play in the championship.
who I
And
hope is the you.
I hope it's the I hope it's the U or Georgia.
Yes.
Simply, I want us to go ahead and show Georgia fans that win was fluke. But at the end of the day, I don't even want Georgia to even make it to the. I don't even want Georgia to make it to the next round just because of the noise they've been talking after winning one game.
Yeah.
You sh- you 2-11 against you 2-11 against us in the last decade or so.
Mm-hmm. Bro, I'm
You're
about
not
tired of
around.
playing Georgia. I'm about tired.
I'm
I'm
tired.
with
I'm
you,
tired
bro.
of. I'm tired of Georgia. I'm tired of Georgia. I'm tired of the fans. You, I'm trying not to go on my rant.
It's
Let me tell you
unanimous.
what.
Everybody in the chat like want Miami. Everybody want to play
I
Miami.
want to play Miami. I really want to play Miami.
Hey, as Crimson White said, must see TV, baby.
Yep. hey, 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 we were definitely have to get George back. Hey, hey, well, you need to hit up George and say, man, I ain't even got my picture yet.
Oh yeah. We're gonna have to get George T back, man. Cause that'll be something right there, boy. The rematch
That
of the
would
92 championship, boy.
and shit. That's what I want.
Yeah. Hey, for real. I'm sick
I
of
will
playing
take.
Georgia. I'm with you,
I'm
Keith Holcomb. We
I'm
all
ta-
sick of playing Georgia.
And we'll take, and you know what? We'll take care of Georgia next year. They gotta come to town next year. We'll take care of them and Brian Denny next
That's
year.
right. That's right. That's right. Yeah, that's
Hey,
right.
hey, we'll take care of y'all and Brian Denny.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, everybody seem like everybody on it, but I like it, man. I like it. It's all, you gotta be confident, right? You gotta be
Yeah.
confident. It's all, I
Oh,
mean, that's what it's
yeah.
all about. That's what it's all about.
Yes.
Confidence, baby. Confidence build character, baby. Y'all know how we do it.
Yeah.
Let's move on though.
Yeah. Let's move on.
hey, hey, Georgia damn wanna be by my program.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Oh my goodness. Hey man, before we move on to the next topic, man, thank you guys for joining the show. Once again, please hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel and you happen to see this. Go ahead and hit the subscribe. We do this every Tuesday night. And share this to somebody who like college football, preferably the Alabama Crimson
Alabama
Tide.
fan.
Yeah, but before we get to our next topic, man, we got to pay some bills. So y'all watch this.
Sports Talking with JB is sponsored by Jack Ingram Mercedes-Benz, since 1959 serving the greater Montgomery area, from C-classes to GLEs, and everything in between. Visit them at 217 Eastern Boulevard, Montgomery, Alabama. Come test drive a new Benz today. At Jack Ingram Mercedes-Benz, it's time to love what you drive.
Yes, sir, man. Shouts out to the sponsors, man. Go visit the website, jackingrammercedes.com. Now, we're going to get into some NFL talk to round the show out. It's the playoff push. We only got 2 weeks left in the NFL. Before we get to the games, prayers up to Quinshawn Junkins. Prayers up to Quinshawn Junkins, man. Bad injury on Sunday. Underwent successful surgery this morning, repair a fractured fibula and a ankle dislocation. And he's been placed on injured reserve. But the good news out of all that, Seaway, is only a 4 to 5 month recovery diagnostic. He should be ready to go come training camp and the season.
Yeah.
So next year. So he should be good to go for the 2026 season. Man, that was scary, bro. That hit, oh my goodness.
Yeah, praying, like I said, praying for him and his family,
Yeah, man. You know, kid from he hometown kid, bro. Hometown kid. You know, it hit home, right? It hit home for us because you know this is a good kid. But prayers up to him and his family for sure, man. For that right there. Now, let's talk about this real quick. We ain't gonna spend too much time on it. But DK Metcalf got suspended for 2 games. The reason he got suspended for 2 games, because he went up to the fan, right, with the blue hair right there. He grabbed him by a shirt collar like this and pushed him about. People thought he punched him, but what he did, he grabbed him by the neck of the shirt and just pushed him back up. Like you can see that. DK Metcalf, big, grown, strong, cock-strong dude. You see him right there. He big dude. Bro, first of all, Seaway, and we talked about this off the record. First of all, the fan, no matter whatever the fans say, you got to be the bigger man. You got to let that go, bro. You make millions and millions of dollars. You are an athlete. This fan who may be obnoxious or whatever he was, whatever he said, you can't grab the fan. You can't touch no fan. You know this. And this is not nothing new. So he got the 2 games, right? But the big thing about it, bro, so he gonna miss the final 2, is Cleveland and Baltimore. But he losing $555,000 in salary, plus the guaranteed $45 million has been voided. Bro, you lost $45 million.
Of being stupid.
Oh my goodness.
And
bro,
you gotta be, you have to be smarter than that. And I'm gonna give a 2-sided opinion on that. Not on him, but that was just stupid what he did. That was just straight stupid. But I will say this: the league is going to have to come together and let the fans know what will be allowed and what's not allowed. Now, I do agree that the athletes have to be professionals. And right now in that moment, you had no business. Now him, you had no business going over there. Your team was losing. Your team is losing at this point when you went over there. Your team is struggling. Your team is losing. Your team is fighting to win your division. Your team is fighting for the playoff spot. Your quarterback needed you. Your coach needed you. Your offense needed you. You had no business going over there to that fan. Now, backside to it. Now I am sick of these fans, some of these fans. It's one thing to go to the game and boo. It's one thing to go to the game and say you suck, y'all suck, or you garbage, you trash. But the fans gotta stop heckling these players to a certain degree. Like fans gotta stop calling Westbrook Westbrick because it's not funny. You got to stop talking certain noise to Draymond Green and some of these athletes, knowing that you ain't gonna do jack if you in trying to bait these athletes into a lawsuit. Because at the same time, and I ain't talking about trying to get no lawsuit, but I guarantee somebody, I ain't talking about you trying to bait them to a lawsuit. 99.9% of these fans ain't gonna do jack if they was to see this man in the street just as a normal civilian. But I do think it need to be some type of the fans got to conduct themselves when they go to these stadiums and have a little bit more and be a little bit more respectful to the athletes. But the athletes do have to have more self-control. Right. That is to me was unacceptable. You had no business going over there because the man called you by your name. And I do think that, and that's what you got security for. The secure, all you had to do is they say, "Hey, security, could you go tell that fan to chill out?" But people got mad and laughed at LeBron when he told that the referees, "Hey, get this person up out this game."
Yeah, because sometimes they go too far. You know, you got racist comments, you got comments about family members, you got it's a lot of comments, like you say, sometimes they take it too far. So just get security. Hey, get him up out of here. Like you said, like what LeBron did, like Kevin Durant has done it, Westbrook has done it. In the NBA, you can hear it verbally, people, but in the NFL, you have, it's way more people in there, right? So whatever he said right there to DK heard it, and it was like right in the vicinity. But bro, you can't walk over there and do
You
this. No, bro. You can't do that. It
and then they
ain't
caught
like Seaway. It ain't like he was just walking by the guy and the guy said something like right to his face or did something like that. You was like way over there. You walked over to the guy. Don't do that. So you cost yourself all this money because you just for what? For what, bro?
You gotta
And
be
the guy
smart.
laughed at you. He was happy. He said, yeah, I got him. Damn, DK, you gotta be smarter, bro. Lord have mercy. I hate it for him, bro. That's a lot of money. Boy, $45 million guaranteed. Oh my goodness.
That he just fumbled. That's what they call fumble the bag. He just fumbled his bag.
Man, I'll be sick, bro. I think he can get some of that money, but still at the same time, man. Then you 2 games, your team, like you say, your team fighting for the playoffs. The big game against Baltimore is the end of the season. This is for the division, right? They need you. You the number 1 receiver.
Right.
Oh my God, bro. All right, enough of DK. Speaking of playoffs and the playoff push, this is what we got going right here. Let's look at these divisions. Look at these division standings right now. Oh, before we do that, look at what we got right now. So as it stands right now, in the AFC, you got the Broncos, the 1 seed. In the NFC, you got the Seahawks, the 1 seed. And then you got 2 seed Patriots, 3 seed Jags, 4 seed Steelers, 5 seed Chargers, 6 seed Buffalo Bills, and the 7 seed Houston Texans. In the NFC, 2 seed Bears, 3 seed Eagles, 4 seed my Panthers, 5 seed 49ers, 6 seed Rams, and the 7 seed Packers. Now, this is not settled. We got 2 weeks to go. A lot can happen. A lot of things can move. Now let's look at the divisions right here. All right. So it's safe to say all them teams, like you're looking at Jets, Cleveland, Raiders, Titans, all them eliminated. Everybody eliminated right there. Even go a little further, the Dolphins and Bengals. Yeah, Chiefs eliminated.
Chiefs, man, that's gonna be funny. The first year without seeing one of the first years in a while without seeing Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah. Man, listen, bro. This and we've been kind of talking about this up to this point. We could have a playoff, especially in this AFC, without Patrick Mahomes, without Joe Burrow, without Lamar Jackson coming out this AFC, bro. Yeah. Josh Allen ain't no excuse. Josh Allen is the best quarterback that's going to be in the playoffs in the AFC. He is the best quarterback. You got the young guns, the Bo Nix, the Drake Mays, the Justin Herbert, the Sunshine, Trevor Lawrence. So you got the young guns.
Bo Nix.
Yes, but Josh Allen is an MVP. Josh Allen has been to the playoffs damn near every year. He's went up against the Mahomes. He beat Lamar Jackson. So he should have a cakewalk to the Super Bowl. But then you also got old man Aaron Rodgers. So
I know, JB, we said that, we've been joking saying that they don't love Aaron Rodgers like Brady. But I must say, if Pittsburgh get in that playoff, they're gonna be a deadly team with that defense.
Yeah.
They're gonna be a hard team to beat.
That's what I'm saying. So we're gonna come back to it. Hey, I'm not ready. I'm not ready to get my prediction yet for who gonna come out of the AFC.
Not either. Because the team we thought was gonna come out of it, we said, we predicted the Chiefs, but we picked the Ravens.
Yep. All right. NFC. Eagles the one in the division. We can wrap that up. Panthers and the Bucks. They neck and neck right now. Panthers on top, but they play again in a couple more weeks. So we're gonna see who come out on top in that division. But look at the NFC North and the NFC West. tight, boy. The Bears and the Packers, bro. That game last Saturday night. Oh my goodness, bro. The way the Bears came back and won that game, I'm a believer now. I wasn't sold on them yet, but the way they beat Green Bay, I'm sold on the Bears right now. But I'm not going to say they're going to win the NFC, but I'm sold on them as a real legit contender. Now, Green Bay, they lost Michael Parsons out for the season, bro. I'm a little bit off Green Bay right now. Love got hurt. I don't know how healthy he is. Josh Jacobs been banged up. All their receivers been banged up. So I'm not on Green Bay. Detroit about to be eliminated. They pretty much are eliminated. But the NFC West, bro, we've been all season long. We've talked about this NFC West. Look at the Seahawks, 49ers, and the Rams.
And that division is still anybody's division at this moment.
Yes.
Anybody's
like right now,
division.
you're looking at the Seahawks, they number one seed. But if they lose, they got a game against Carolina this week. Then they got another game next week, I believe, against I want to say the 49ers. But they could find themselves in the 7th seed. So right now, you really can't tell. But that division right now is the best division in football.
It is.
Mhm.
It is. Because
Yeah,
all
that
three
West.
because all three of those teams could easily win the championship, the Super Bowl, may go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, for sure. Now, speaking of bowls and Pro Bowl, let's talk about the Pro Bowl real quick. So these are the receivers. And the Pro Bowl is not the Pro Bowl anymore. It's just some games, but it's still of achievement, right? It's an achievement throughout the season for the best players of the year. Look at the NFC. You got Puka, George Pickens, Seaway. No CD Lamb. You got George Pickens, Jackson Smith and Jigba, who's probably been the best receiver in football all season, and then Amon-Ra St. Brown. But I ain't got no problem with the NFC. Look at the this is where the problem lies. You got Jamar Chase. I'm good with him. I'm good with Nico Collins. But come on, bro. Zay Flowers and Cortland Sutton. Y'all couldn't find no receivers better than that. Bro, Zay Flowers only got like 3 touchdowns on the season. Somebody say he got more fumbles than touchdowns. Come on, bro. And Cortland Sutton, who he show up every 4-5 games, he may show up and have a big game. This your Pro Bowl receivers?
I'm not sold on that either.
Nah, but you know what? I think some other guys probably just had some bad seasons. But I'm sure if I dig a little deeper, I would have found 2 more receivers who deserve to be in there.
I think I could too.
But like we say, Seaway, I ain't gonna too much worry about it because it ain't no game no more. It ain't no flag football. It's just some games. They play these events now. So it's not even a football game. Running back, she got Gibbs, McCaffrey, Bijan. No problem with that.
No problem at all with that.
Achane, James Cook, Jonathan Taylor. Now, James Cook and Jonathan Taylor are neck and neck for the rushing title. They neck and neck right now. So,
and I'm okay with it. All 3 of those gentlemen.
Yeah, and I wish it was a game, but unfortunately, they don't want to play. So now this is what I'm going to talk about, Seaway. This is what I want to talk about. Seaway and chat. Look at the quarterbacks. Sam Darnold, Matt Stafford, they're going to be in the playoffs. Josh Allen, Justin Herbert, Drake May, they're going to be in the playoffs. Look at Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott, the only quarterback who made the Pro Bowl, ain't going to be in the playoffs. Seaway, I don't want to get you started up too much. Chat, y'all know how Seaway feel about them Cowboys. Dak Prescott had one of the best seasons, one of his best seasons he's had in a long time. If I'm not mistaken, bro, has Dak played every game this year?
He played every game this year.
And a Pro Bowl receiver, he's probably going to be the passing yards. He's probably going to win the passing yards. And No playoffs. I want to get you started, bro, but we getting close to the end of the show. Cowboys are eliminated from playoff contention, ladies and gentlemen. Seaway, what happened to them, boy? What happened to them boys, Seaway?
Jerry Jones. 2 words, Jerry Jones.
What they got Dak on the graphic. They got Dak on the graphic for eliminated.
I don't know why they got Dak on there. He did his thing this year. He played his heart out. You can't blame none of those losses on Dak, on Dakota. Dakota
Mm.
balled out. He tried to make things happen, but that's what happened. The owner or thrift store shopping and try to do everything himself. And I'm not gonna get started. But Jerry
I know.
Jones did not. So and I'm not gonna go into my rant tonight. But I'm gonna be serious. Jerry Jones did not put the right pieces around that for him to be successful. Offensively, he did. That was a big time Jordan Pickens. But you send Michael Parson over there thinking that you finna make your blockbuster deal like you did back in the 90s because they had that documentary that you was ready to toot your horn. Once again, you didn't want to meet with Michael Parson and his agent. You did not want to go get no secondary. You didn't want to go get a linebacker. Then you go get, yes, you do. You go get a linebacker that was the worst tackler on a team that has a losing record. So what do you expect when the general manager want to be the head coach, the executive, the general manager, the media guy? He wants to be the person doing it. And this is the results that we're gonna continue to get. Don't even mean, man, we lose anymore. It's just straight out funny.
Bro, second time in the franchise history, the Cowboys had a 4,000-yard passer, 1,000-yard rusher, and two 1,000-yard receivers, and CD Lamb and George Pickens.
And
How?
and I'm just
How do you not make the playoffs with this?
and that's what is sad. Really, I'm not gonna go on the rap because the Cowboys themselves did with the best they could do with the talent that they had. They did not play bad this season at all.
Mm, mm, mm.
But this is what happens. These guys had too good of a season for us not to even be contending at all in the playoff.
It's a shame, bro.
And
It's
what's even funnier? What's even sadder? The 3 games that we really needed, for the 4 games that we
mhm.
really needed this year, we lost in Jerry's world.
Yes, it did. Hey,
Aaron,
you remember? Hold on. You remember about 3, 4 weeks ago? We was all excited about the Cowboys. You beat the
yeah,
Chiefs, right? You beat
yeah,
who else you beat? You beat the Chiefs.
the Eagles back
You
to
beat the
back.
Eagles. Yeah, back to back. You got excited, and then
Yeah,
it all came
then
crumbling down
coming it
because
down.
of this man.
This man,
It's his fault. That's why. It's not Dak's fault. It's not the offense fault. It's his fault, right? He put this crap together. He made the moves like you just mentioned, Seaway.
mhm,
And bro,
up,
you
up
can't
there
have an
looking,
offense and
up
then
there,
like that.
up there
Go ahead.
looking like up there looking like the crypt keeper in a suit.
Is he do? Oh my god. Yeah, it's,
But
it's on Jerry, bro.
it's
I,
this on Jerry, and I'm just gonna be
listen,
honest.
bro.
You look at it. It started okay. You lose to Green Bay. I mean, we tied with Green Bay. Then Arizona was a win that we should have had at home. Then
Oh,
then you go to the Motor City and just get ran through like the Kardashian.
yep.
Then with the very next week, you lose to JJ McCarthy and the struggling Minnesota Vikings. Bro, when we lost that game, I knew we were done. And then you lose to and then you were playing good against the Chargers. The Chargers just was it's just a much better team. Just a much better team. You contend it as much as you possibly can what you have. But everything is why the Cowboys is not in the playoff, it because of him.
Yes, it is. It's sad. It's sad, bro.
So,
What
and
organization, what team do you look at that failed and you say it's the owner fault? Nobody but
yeah,
the Cowboys.
nobody but the Cowboys. And so you look at it, 4 games this year. No, yeah, you heard me say the 4 games. 4 games this year. It wasn't that we should have won. It was not on the road. It was in Jerry's world.
In the
And
billion
it's
dollar.
in the $1 billion stadium where everybody win championships, everybody win playoff games, and everybody do good in that stadium, but the Dallas Cowboys. And then in the game, that everything in the stadium, you have a stadium that the sun that you have with the middle of the stadium, it blinds your players. No
Yeah.
other players get affected by that sun but the Dallas Cowboys. Then you have a good punt. The punts even hit your big TV screen.
Hey, Chris, hold on, Chris. He thought get out of that abusive relationship, find out. That ain't my team. That's his team. That's his
Chris,
team.
Chris,
I'm just giving him. I'm just giving him some brotherly love. I'm an
Chris,
honorary Cowboy fan for the season, just to help my boy out. That's all.
hey Chris, me and the Cowboys is like 50 Cent and Ja Rule to Death Do Us Part. Hey,
Oh,
I'm gonna be on them. I started in the early 90s. I started in the early 90s with the starter jackets and everything. I've tried, but I tried to go for other teams. I just gotta roll with it now.
Lord have mercy.
Hey, Chris, you gotta be on a good night. I'm not gonna go all in tonight. But yeah, like you said, me and the Cowboys is like I'm 50 Cent and they Ja Rule.
Yep, that's all we can say about the Cowboys, bro. That's it. I mean, it is what it is. But on Christmas, on Thursday, December 25th, Christmas Day, you can watch the Cowboys actually on Netflix. Cowboys will be playing the Commanders, 1 p.m., 12 o'clock noon if you're in Bama. And then you got another game after that. You got the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. Lions are not officially eliminated. They have to win out, and Green Bay has to lose out. So it's still a little chance. But it's no chance in hell for the Cowboys. So you'll just be watching the game just for the sake of watching the game. Now, that's just something for y'all to watch on Netflix on Christmas. I mean, it ain't nothing to it. Just something to watch. But we're gonna go and roll up out of here, man. That's the big slate of games for week 17. Just posted right there. We appreciate everybody for joining us tonight, man. A lot of love in the chat, a lot of roll ties in the chat, a lot of people watching us, man. Shouts out to Keith Holcomb, man. Shouts out to Chris Morrison. Shouts out to Cat, Tiff, MP,
MP,
yeah, Crimson
Crimson
Watch.
Wide, John, and everybody, man. Yeah, we appreciate
money
y'all.
time in the
Money
chat.
time.
Yeah,
And even
everybody in the
Melvin,
chat.
even Melvin came in.
Yep, Melvin came in. Got a sticker from Mimi. Shouts out to Mimi G with the super sticker, $4.99. We appreciate you.
Appreciate ya.
Yeah, but all them tips help. Them tips help out really good, man. We appreciate y'all for the super chats and the super stickers, man. Y'all, it mean a lot to us, bro. It mean a lot to us. Everybody in the chat. Trying to make sure I ain't miss nobody. But most definitely, man. It was great tonight. It was great tonight, as always. Where's Seaway? There we go. There goes Seaway. Yeah. So, man, make sure y'all have a good holiday, man. Make sure
Yeah.
y'all have a good holiday. If you're gonna be doing some traveling, make sure y'all be careful. I know Seaway, you're gonna get on the road real soon. So make sure y'all watch out for each other, watch the road, and everybody just go get to your destination safe and get back safe. That's what we want y'all to
Yes.
do.
And
Yeah.
and be the And let's see what them meals gonna be like. We want to see them plates.
Yes, we don't see them plates for sure. Hey, we appreciate y'all once again. Next week we'll be back. Like we mentioned, next week we're gonna preview the playoff games in depth, give y'all our prediction, give y'all our insight, and then we're gonna talk about the last week of NFL that's coming up. And it's gonna be another good show, and it's gonna be the last show of 2025. So you don't want to miss the show next week. Please show up next week. We really want y'all to show up next week for sure. Seaway, any last words, bro, before we get out of here?
You said it. Merry Christmas, y'all. We love y'all, and y'all be blessed.
For sure. Hey, we're gonna leave it at that. This is JB. That's DJ Seaway. Merry Christmas and roll. See y'all next week. Y'all have a great one.